Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been such a while since we seen each other. Like, did you miss me? Because I missed you. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a story time / get ready with me. So I really wanted to tell you guys about the vacation that I just went on. And, you know, with it being the first time I was away from my daughter, I wanted to tell you guys my experience, like what happened. Oh my God, it was crazy. But I figured why not do my makeup while I'm telling you guys about it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I already started. I did my brows and my foundation. Of course, I moisturized and primed my face before I did that. And don't worry, I am gonna put the products that I used down below in the bio so you guys can check out what products I use today. I'm going to be doing just a natural look, no eyeshadow. I know some of you have been asking to see like a natural face. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. So for those of you who watched my last video, I did let you guys know that I would be going away for 5 days on a trip. Now, it was a trip with my friends and my husband. We went to Key West, Florida. Now, it was my first time going, and let me tell you, like, I feel like I was in Cuba. Like, it doesn't look like you're in Florida. It's such a beautiful island, guys. Like, I cannot get over how beautiful it was. For those of you who don't know about Key West, it's like on the water. Like, it's literally surrounded by water. If you look at it on the map, you're literally looking at a strip on the water. And we drove to Key West from Fort Lauderdale. And the drive, I mean, we drove at night, so it wasn't like, we didn't get to like really see the view, because a lot of people talk about the view, but we didn't get to see much. But when we were driving back, we did get to see like the water, guys. First of all, I'm moving. I'm not staying in Philadelphia. Like, that's why me and my husband like to go and visit different places, because like, I just don't want to be in Philly anymore. I'm so tired of this place. I'm so tired of the people. I'm just tired of the air. Literally, I'm tired of everything. So our flight was Wednesday morning. So Tuesday night, like, me and my husband, we were home and we're like packing, getting everything ready for KK so she can get ready to leave, because she was gonna be going to her aunt's house, and she stayed there until Friday. Yeah, she stayed there until Friday, and then went to her grandparents' house for the weekend. That's one thing. Like, don't play with my daughter, okay? Like, first of all, she is the most loved little girl ever. So us going on vacation, that's not a problem. Don't play with my daughter, period, because she got too much love around her. And that's one thing. I'm so thankful for my family. I'm so thankful for my husband's family, who's now my family. Like, everybody is just so supportive and like made this trip a lot more easier. Even though I stressed myself out, they definitely did the best that they could to make this trip better. With us being away from her for the first time. So for those who don't know, my daughter is 3 months. I recently had her in November. And, you know, my husband just really wanted us to like get away and like, you know, be without the baby for a little bit. So now the night before I left, I was feeling a little sick. Like, I felt like I had a cold, but you know, I didn't really like think much of it. But I wasn't thinking like, you know, maybe the baby could get sick or whatever the case is. When I flew out there, I drank some tea. Now, anybody that knows me, y'all know I do not like tea. I don't drink tea. Like, I might be weird for that, but like, I just don't drink tea. Ever since I was a little girl, I had one bad experience with tea where I just like threw everything up, and ever since then, I just don't drink tea. And if you're Haitian, then you know half of these remedies and stuff that they be coming up with to give you when you're sick, it's like, my nigga, who's drinking that? Because I'm not. So as I was out there, like, I was not playing. I was getting rid of that cold. Like, I was not going to be on vacation sick. So you better believe I drink some tea, no matter how much I hated it. I drank it, and I was feeling better like within the next couple of days. When KK was with her aunt the day after we left, we were talking to her, and she's like, and I'm like, yeah, you know, how's KK doing? She's like, she's fine. She was having fun. Like, she was with all of her cousins. So she was just having a good time. Now, it wasn't until 2 days after we were on the trip, my sister Mona calls me, and she's like, you know, KK's been feeling like, she's been feeling really warm. So, she's like, but don't worry about it. I got it. Like, just make sure you guys have fun or whatever. She's like, she's fine. I'm like, well, did you get her some Tylenol? I'm like, well, what's going on? And she's like, just have fun. She was like, I just, rubbed her down. I gave her a bath. I rubbed her down with, for my Haitians, you already know that l'huile masqueti, oh, that thing can deliver you from any storm. You feel me? Like, that l'huile masqueti is Jesus oil. That's what it is. Jesus oil. So when she told me that she rubbed KK down with l'huile masqueti, I said, say no more, sis. I know she's good. She told me, like, you know, she's fine or whatever. So I wasn't worrying. I'm like, okay, she's good. And then the next day, she told me that, like, she was still feeling warm or whatever. She was feeling sick. But she's like, she's just been sleeping all day. She's not really herself. She's just been sleeping. So I'm like, okay. I was thinking, okay, maybe it's because she's been teething. Maybe that's why. Because she started teething like really early. So I'm thinking maybe that's why. So still we weren't like, you know, panicking or anything like that. Then Friday came around, and Friday to Sunday, she was going to be staying at her grandparents' house. But you know, everybody's there. Like, she literally has her aunt, her uncle, her me mom, pop. They're all there. So I knew, like, everybody was going to be with her. Like, I literally had nothing to worry about. So Friday, when KK got picked up, she got picked up by my other sister, Felicia. And she picked her up, and, you know, she told me that, yeah, she was still, like, not feeling well or whatever. But again, they know how I am, so they're like, Kika, don't worry, just have a good time, like, KK's fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. Saturday was when we spoke to Felicia again, and she told us that Kiki was feeling, like, really warm and that she had a temperature. At this point, I'm, like, panicking. So, I think we were like, okay, we're gonna, because her grandparent, her pop-up was like, he's gonna go and just buy her some baby Tylenol, and you know, she'll be okay. He's like, she just has a temperature for right now, but it could just be from the teething. So he's like, she's gonna be fine. So he went and he bought her some baby Tylenol, and I told Felicia to let me know, like, after she has the Tylenol, let me know how she feels. Let me know if the fever goes down or whatever. And if it doesn't, then I'll call her pediatrician. Saturday night, like, as we were, I am so lying because none of this happened on Saturday. This happened Friday night. I'm sorry, guys. I was right the first time. Friday night, we had all went out to dinner. So we were out to dinner, and while we were walking to the place, Felicia FaceTimed us, and I'm like, oh, how's KK, whatever. And I see KK, like, leaning on her aunt, and she's just, like, not really herself. Like, and at that point, I was just like, oh my God, like, I know she's not okay. Like, are you sure, like, you know, that things haven't gotten worse? I'm like, is she okay? Felicia's like, she's fine. Go have a good time. But I knew she was lying. She was only saying it because she literally wanted me to have a good time. So I'm just like, no, like, I'm not okay. And when Felicia put the camera on her, it made it even worse for me because I seen that my daughter wasn't okay. Like, it just broke my heart. So I try my best to keep it together because my husband's, like, been making fun of me, saying how, like, I need to really just, like, have a good time and be away from her for a while, enjoy the time that I have away. And I really tried my best to, like, keep it together. I didn't want to ruin the night. So we're sitting down at dinner, and I have a tendency of, like, when I know I'm about to cry, I'll do everything possible to not let it show, like to just, and me doing all of that, I'm making it show. So we sat down at dinner, and I had glasses on my head, so I put the glasses down and I put it on my eyes, and I'm just like sitting at the table. So Elijah's sitting next to me, and he's just like rubbing my leg. He's like, babe, please don't, just like, you know, she's okay. I'm like, okay, I know she's okay. So we're sitting at the table, everybody's talking, we're eating. Next thing you know, I got up and I walked away from the table, because at that point I was like, I'm gonna start crying and I don't want nobody to be all in my face while I'm crying. So I just got up and I walked out. And then Elijah comes running after me. So I walked into the girls' bathroom, and Elijah like came running after me, and he's like, babe, like, didn't I just say for you not to stress or whatever? He's like, she's gonna be okay. And then now one of our friends is also a RN. So she's talking to me, and she's like, Higa, she's okay. She's like, babies get sick, don't worry about it. But me, listen, I was not trying to hear nothing that nobody had to say. At that point, my daughter was sick. I was in Key West, far away from her. This was the first time she got sick. Elijah, I don't care what you gotta do. Book me a flight right now. I need to go back to my daughter. So I was not trying to hear nothing that nobody had to say. So he's talking to me in the bathroom, and he's just like trying to calm me down, but he's also breaking down himself, because he misses her too. It's not just me. He just be trying to be so strong for me, but I knew that he was going through it too. So he had to like walk away because he started crying himself. So like he walked away, and then one of our good friends, Josier, he came over, and he's like trying to console me while I'm crying, and he's just like he was saying literally all of the right stuff. He's just like, he got like, who is KK with? Boom. I tell him who she's with. Okay, she's good. Like, stop worrying. You know that she's okay. You know that you don't have to sit here crying. Like, come on, let's just enjoy the rest of the trip. So, you know, from him talking to me, like, I definitely felt better after that. And then I told him like he can go back to the table. I'm coming or whatever. I'm like, I'm fine now. You can go back to the table. So he walked over to the table, and then I was like still in the bathroom, like trying to get myself together. And then this lady comes into the bath, literally while I'm in there. The lady just like walked into the doorway of the bathroom, and I'm sitting there crying, trying to wipe my tears because my makeup was all over the place. And I'm trying to wipe my tears, and the lady is standing in the doorway like I'm supposed to get out. And I'm looking at her like, sis, my daughter's sick. I don't care if you don't know her or whatever the case is. I was dead just looking at her like, I'm not going anywhere until I feel better. So you can get out of you can stand out of the doorway, because I'm going to be finally, I got myself together, and I walked back over to the table, still with the glasses. I still had the shades on my face, and I just went back over to the table, and everybody was having a conversation. So like, I just like tried to sit down slowly so that I wouldn't like, you know, interrupt anybody. So of course I'm sitting there like this, glasses on my face, and I didn't say anything. I just came back to the table, and then everybody's like, Kika, are you okay? Like, is everything good? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. I'm just like really missing KK right now. So then everybody's like, Kika, just enjoy yourself. She's like, you don't get to do this you're not gonna be able to do this all the time. So, you know, just enjoy yourself. So I'm like, yeah, you guys are right. And I really just let myself have a good time for the rest of the night. Then, no, honestly, so like after that happened, guys, I really was good. Like, I felt okay knowing that she was over there and I was over here. Like, I felt good. Whatever it is that everybody said to me, it made me feel better. So yeah, so like Friday night, like we had a good time, like, and went back to the house and everything was good. My mom is the most dramatic person that you could ever meet, and I'm not even gonna like fault her, because that's where I get it from. I'm dramatic. She's so dramatic, And Saturday morning, mind you guys, after I already got over the situation, I felt better. I'm thinking like, you know, everything's good. Saturday morning, my mom calls me panicking as if I didn't even know that my daughter was sick. So she was, now I didn't tell you guys, but she was supposed to spend a couple of days out of the weekend with my mom as well. But she, because she was sick, she ended up just staying with my husband's parents. So she's like, my mom calls me Saturday morning, dumb early. I'm sleeping. Hello? You need to call KK's pediatrician right now. You need to call Felicia, which is my sister. She's like, you need to call Felicia and find out, and give Felicia KK's insurance information because they need to take her to the emergency room right now. Guys, at this point, I'm thinking something else happened. Like, I'm thinking that it was more that happened ever since the last time I spoke to her aunt. So I'm sitting here like, yo, what the heck is going on? So I'm panicking. I'm struggling to freaking get my phone together to call Felicia back because I wanted to know what was going on. So I called Felicia and I'm like, is everything okay? Like, my mom just called me. She said that that you guys are taking KK to the emergency room. I'm like, what's going on? She was like, and then Felicia was just telling me like, you know, like, yeah, she did get a little bit worse. She's like, but I don't know why mom called you like that because like, she's like, KK's okay. So I'm like, what do you mean she's okay? I'm like, my mom just called me stressing me out. And she's like, and Felicia's like, well, she has a temperature, but we're just watching her for now to see. She's like, but yeah, we might take her to the emergency room. But you know, from me being calm from the night before, when she said that they were going to probably take her to the emergency room, I'm like, okay, well, maybe, you know, she needs to go. Maybe it's better for her to just get checked out because when I called her pediatrician, it was on a Saturday, so they was closing at 12 o'clock anyway. So this was later that night. So later that night was when they had decided to take her to the emergency room because they saw that she wasn't like really getting better. So when I'm like on the phone with Felicia, I'm like, well, how is she now? I'm like, has anything changed? And she's like, no, I mean, everything's still what it was yesterday. Like, she's like, I don't know why mom called you like that. So I was pissed. Like, I called my mom back and I said, listen, I'm already stressing out from being away from her. So you cannot call me like that. Like, you cannot call me thinking that this little girl is like going through it. Like, you are stressing me out, mom. And she was like, okay, I'm sorry. She's like, but I'm stressing too. She's like, but it's not just you. I'm stressing too. Like, I just want to know that she's okay. I'm like, okay, mom, I understand. But like, please don't call me like that because you're just going to make it worse. She apologized. She's like, okay. So, yes, they did end up taking her to the emergency room. And when they took her, we found out that she had RSV, which is a virus that they said that is common in babies. Like, because when I was talking about it, a lot of people were like, oh yeah, my son had that too, my daughter had that too. So it made me feel better. But they did say that it's a virus that's common in babies before 6 months. And I guess it's from, like, you know, them being around a lot of people, kisses and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, you know, because we was thinking the worst. Like, we was thinking like, okay, maybe an ear infection. Like, we just were thinking the worst. So just for them to tell me that, I felt a lot better. And then, after they came from the emergency room Saturday night, Sunday morning, her aunt ended up staying home with her and, you know, like, just watching her for the day and stuff like that. So it made me feel so much better to know what was wrong with my baby, because that's what was stressing me out. It was the fact that I didn't know what was wrong. So just to know, you know, that just to know what the problem was, it made me feel better. When we got home from our flight, we got home Sunday night, but it was like pretty much like 12 a.m. by the time we got home. So so we got home and Felicia was already at our house with the baby. So when I got in, I like ran upstairs and I'm like, my baby, Like, I just missed her so much. And just seeing her, guys, like, it literally broke my heart because she was just so sick. Like, she was so congested. She could barely breathe through her nose. Like, and she is such a happy baby. So, like, seeing her like that, guy, like, it literally just broke my heart. But the fact that, you know, she had people around her, it definitely, it made it better. So, yeah, so we got home. And seeing her, like, I just gave her a big hug. And I'm just like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Mommy's never leaving you again. Like, now, of course, my husband's like, okay, baby, you're exaggerating. Like, yes, you are going to leave her again at some point. Like, so, but she's alive, guys. I'm fine. The baby's fine. My husband's fine. Like, we can take another trip and she will still be fine. I had to literally drill that into my head because... And there you have it, guys. So I just really wanted to share with y'all my first time away from Zion because it was, listen, for the mothers out there, if you know you're going away for the first time, being away from your daughter, your son, I just wanted to put this out for you guys, for y'all out there in the back. You feel me? Yeah. Listen, you're not crazy, because I'm not crazy. Sometimes we just really, really miss our babies. And, you know, being away from them and them being sick makes it even worse. So, yeah, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this story time. As you guys can see, I didn't really put much on my face. Like I said, I was going to do something really natural for you guys. So, just a little bit of foundation, a little bit of concealer, little bit of lashes, you feel me? And that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this story time, and I will be back with many more story times for you guys because my life is a story. My life is an adventure, and that's something that I should share with you guys. I want to hear from all the other mommies out there, some of your experiences. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Maybe next time I'll do a get ready with me doing my hair instead of my makeup. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will be back with more for you guys. Thank you. Love you.